Okay, this is to continue with the elemental readings. So this video I'm starting with the earth signs, but the last video I did was the water signs. So if you're interested, make sure you go watch the water sign videos because that's for sun, moon, rising, and Venus. So you may have a message in that live as well. This live is for earth signs, and I'm going to try to fit the fire signs as well. Okay, so earth for the earth sign spirit, what are the messages that you have for earth signs, sun, moon, rising, and Venus for the end of this year? Something that they need to hear right now about what to expect. Wow, you guys got double cards coming out, but I'll allow it. Ooh. One more, please. For the earth signs. So we have the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So for earth signs, I just get that you're going to be facing a lot of truth that maybe you've tried to avoid at some point. And it doesn't necessarily have to be anything bad. It could just be something that you try to run away from that is a natural aspect of yourself, like something about your characteristic that you wanted to run from. Maybe you were embarrassed about, or for whatever reason, like you're going to be faced head on just to accept your own truth, just to accept your own authenticity. For others of you, this is like you seeing a person truthfully as they are. So you're seeing them from another perspective. Maybe you've always viewed this person in a certain way. And so you're finally being able to acknowledge them as they truly are. And this could be in a positive or negative way, depending on how you're looking at and what situation that you're in. And it's going to be different for everyone watching. But also, um, I think this is just you being more strict on setting your boundaries, getting more self disciplined, and you're able to like keep your head on straight about being confident about what you choose. And just for some of you, this is about finally making up your mind about something in particular or about someone. And then behind that, we have the Seven of Wands. So I feel like this is something that you've been trying to get to for a while, like a point that you've been trying to understand, something you've been trying to understand or reach for a while. And so you're finally achieving that inner peace about a certain situation or about a certain thing that you've just been wondering about. Um, yeah, with the moon card underneath the deck too, I just had to show you guys. This is about like you're intuitively picking up on something or following your intuition about something, and it's leading you like to be more calm and relaxed in a way. And I also feel like this has to do with like you seeing something from another perspective, and something being shown to you, like revealed to you about someone or about yourself, even that you just really weren't expecting. So I feel like with the Queen of Swords, like you can expect some sort of news to come through to you as well. Earth signs. And we also have the Knight of Cups and the Justice card as your first cards coming out. What I was just reading into was the energy of what I was picking up for your reading overall. But these are your first two cards. So I did hear earlier that when I pulled these cards that this has to do with some sort of romantic situation or romantic partnership that you're finally making a decision about. You're finally receiving justice over a certain situation that you've gone through, with a romantic partner or someone who used to be your romantic partner. Like you're receiving the justice that you need, the peace that you need, especially to be able to move forward. And for some of you, this is about you deciding that you want to open up with someone romantically, and this could be the truth that you're facing, that you can't run from your feelings, that you can't run from who you truly want to connect yourself with. And so you're finally clearly looking in the mirror, at yourself and at all of your desires and what you truly want, and you're deciding to really go for it. For some of you, this is about you expressing yourself to someone or demonstrating your love in some type of way. And then for others, this is what's going to be coming into you. Like someone is going to be expressing themselves to you, expressing their love to you. And it may be very extremely unexpected. Can you please clarify the Knight of Cups and the Justice? Why did that come out together? So we got Page of Swords and the Chariot. Yeah, someone finally has their mind made up about something. Because with the Page of Swords, I'm getting this is something that you've been thinking about for a while, or you've been having these ideas or goals for a while, but you might not have been sure like which direction you want to go. Like they have these birds where one is going forward and then one is going in the direction of the light bulbs. And I just feel like that has to do with you like going back and forth on, whether or not you should share how you feel, whether or not you should move forward. Then we have the Chariot. So mentally, I'm getting that you have your mind made up about what you want to do, about who you want to pursue, what you want to do next, what you want to evolve to. Even for yourself, that Knight of Cups could also represent just all the love and all the care that you want to give to yourself, even for your own justice. But we also have the Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like this happens to do for some of you. You're coming out of that space where you feel like you have to be all alone or isolated or to yourself, especially within love. And then for others of you, this Ten of Swords really represents like I said, being able to fully move on from a certain connection that you no longer want, a certain romantic connection, with your ex, someone in the past, and you're finally able to cut the cords with that. And that's a part of your justice. That's why the justice card is there. And you're proud with the Queen of Wands to really be able to just move forward for yourself, and you're excited. And then for some of you, this is about you being extremely excited that you get to finally move forward from that space, that you've been feeling lonely or feeling like there's no one, specifically made for you or specifically, there for you in different ways when it comes to love. So you're finally finding your excitement again when it comes to love. You're accepting your rebirth when it comes to it, because the Ten of Swords represents like ending something, and in order to end or release something, you're also welcoming in new. You're also able to accept something brand new for yourself as well. So I feel like that's about you, moving forward into more exciting things that you really want as far as connections go with other people. And then we have the Empress. So normally, I don't always get messages about pregnancy when I get this card, but that is one of the first things that I picked up, that someone in your life is going to bring in an actual baby. This could also be in the form of adoption, something like that, but this is like a message like, for some of you that are listening, it's you being there for support, you being there for that person that is going to either be pregnant or either be thinking about expanding their family through adoption. You're going to be there for that process or hear the news of some sort. Um, and then for others of you, this has to do with your household expanding. This has to do with you becoming pregnant or thinking about children, or something along the lines of pregnancy. So this could be the news of pregnancy coming out in some type of way, or you deciding to share your news of pregnancy, by the end of this year, or someone like conceiving the baby by the end of this year as well. And going into the next year, you're going to find out that you're a mother. This could also like come to a surprise to some of you might surprisingly find out that you are pregnant as well by the end of this year. And then you're going to be put in a position, to sort everything out, and as well as take care of yourself a lot better too. And then for others of you that this doesn't have to do with pregnancy, I just feel like you're going to be in that position that you're more so taking care of yourself. And for guys that are watching, this has to do with, a female becoming pregnant. You're either hearing about it, excited about it, there to help support in some type of way, or this could be related to your lady or something like that. But we also have, for others of you that this has nothing to do with pregnancy, it really just has to do with you stepping in more into self-care and more into self-love in a deeper way than you've ever done for yourself before. And this is going to be for different areas of your life. Like maybe this is you taking care of your finances more, buckling down when it comes to budgeting and saving. And then for some of you, it has to do with um, other areas of your life that you're taking care of and that you're nurturing. Maybe you just want to give more attention to family, to friendships, to, partnerships, to your coworkers, to your employees in some sort of way. Like you want to show more love and care to other people and give to other people as well. Can you please clarify the Empress? But also taking care of yourself and putting yourself first. Can you please clarify the Empress? Yep, we got the Devil in reverse. Can you please clarify the Empress? Wow, I don't want all of those. I need one more. Okay, one more, just because those cards are interesting. The way they came up. One more, please. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Swords. So again, this is like representing the news, some type of news, some type of communication coming into you about pregnancy or about just you expressing yourself a lot more in some sort of way, maybe how you want to take care of yourself, how you want to do better in some sort of way. Then underneath we have 10 of Cups. So I do get a sense that this is about family more than anything. It also could be about friendship or just having support all around you, and just feeling like you have more of a solid foundation, or you are more focused on your foundation because of all the changes that are taking place within your life. For some of you, we have the Devil in reverse. So I feel like this news or whatever this is, it's forcing you to take care of yourself better and come out of that space that you've been in. Maybe you've been in a rough space, especially mentally, that you've been feeling weighed down by a lot. And so this news could be something that lifts you up out of that space. And then for others of you, I think this Devil card just represents, you coming out of, what is that? Like when you're mentally having yourself tied up and you're mentally like tying yourself to past events and you can't stop thinking about certain things over and over, like you're allowing yourself to finally release yourself from your mental imprisonment that you've been under, and you're way more focused on being grounded. That's also what the Empress card represents. You're more focused on being present and taking care of yourself in the present moment. Then we have the Nine of Swords. So this definitely is giving me, like, for some of you, the pregnancy is going to come as, a surprise, a shocking surprise, whether that's you being pregnant or someone that you hear is pregnant. It's going to be shocking and surprising. For some of you, it's going to cause a little bit of stress and a little bit of like mental clutter for you, because you're going to be wondering like how you're going to take care of everything, or how you're going to move forward, with the new circumstances. And um but you'll get past your worries. You'll find a way to get through your worries and figure it all out. So it'll be like temporary worries coming up. But and then for others of you, I think this has to do with you finally deciding with the Empress energy to take care of yourself, to take care of your mental health, because you have been under a lot of stress and worrying a lot. So you're deciding to do something about that by the time the end of this year comes, even if that means earth signs that you go get help in some sort of way and allow yourself to receive the help that you finally need, or even that one of your connections, like your family connections or friendship connections, like maybe you decide to allow them to help you, or you guys to decide to do something like counseling or something like that. And then we have the King of Cups. So with the King of Cups, I am getting like this is you finally finding your peace and your calm, earth signs, about something, like I said, that could have been stressing you out in the past, or you find your peace and calm like even as everything is changing, or you find your peace and calm within chaos in some sort of way, and you still figure out a way to like really take care of yourself and really be focused on your healing, on your mental health, and um really, really still getting to connect with yourself in a way that you listen to your heart, you listen to the desire of your heart instead of a lot of commotion and everything that is going around, going, on around you in general. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. So with the Nine of Pentacles, I did get excited seeing this card. So I feel like the earth signs, you're really stepping up, in a mature way. I really do get that this has to do with you being more self-disciplined, more organized, and so you're ready to dive into more of the goals and everything that you've been wanting to do. So by the end of the year, you're going to find yourself starting new projects or really getting to focus on something finally that you've been, really wanting to put your focus and all your attention into. Um, Also, for some of you, I'm getting this has to do with you finally being free from something, whether it's your own mental or emotional, issues or problems, and or if it's something like outside of you, like you're able to free yourself from a certain situation and focus like more on your independence. And this includes your ability to receive, being able to receive love, being able to receive more abundance, more, prosperity. And then we also have the Page of Wands. So with the Page of Wands, I still am getting that you could be getting yourself ready to have these new experiences and new projects and just new enthusiasm that has all been building up. So I feel like by the end of this year, you're going to get your excitement back or your confidence back in some sort of way. Um, Even if it's to do something personally just for yourself, like some type of project or some type of thing that you've really been wanting to go for. Like I see that earth signs are going to really be going for their goals even stronger. You feel a lot more better mentally, to be more focused. Can you please clarify the Page of Wands? Okay, we have Temperance. So yeah, Temperance represents like something you've really been patient about, and patient and waiting to get started. I think you're really going to go for what you need to. And then underneath we have the Tower card. So um something may push you to get something started that you've been thinking about, or even push you into your confidence, that space within your life that you may be getting to for the first time, that you're finally confident to be independent, confident to be yourself, confident to express yourself in some sort of way. But you've been working at this for a while. Like the Tower represents something that you've been doing for a long time for some of you, and you're finally allowing like the old things that you've been building up, the old reality, the old perspective, like you're allowing that to finally be released so you can focus on rebuilding, something more new for yourself, and you still have your foundation to go off of. But for some of you, like, you're excited and you know that this is coming up, like, so that you can experience life differently, so you can be accepting different experiences and different people into your life as well. And behind that, we have the Knight of Swords. So you have a lot of swords that are coming up. And I think it has to do with you, like, really feeling comfortable to expand and express yourself and move forward, with communication. And then we have the World card underneath that. And this is all to clarify that Page of Wands. So again, you're just ready to move forward to what's next. And Spirit, what else can the earth signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus expect by the end of this year, 2021? What else can they expect from now until the end of this year? Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we have Beauty. So I feel like the earth signs are going to be more focused on your physical look in some sort of way. You could be thinking about dieting or eating different, eating more healthy in some type of way. You also could be thinking about doing more exercising or dressing different, doing something new, when it comes to your look in general. You're paying more attention to that, like how you're showing up as well. And not just physically on the outside, but also what's on the inside. Like you're doing some reflecting, like self-reflection on what you can do better, or just on how much growth and maturity that you really have. And then at the bottom of the deck, we also have family. So you're thinking more about family. Like I said, not just about yourself. You're getting out of your comfort zone and starting to think more about expansion and more about, you know, communication and community overall. And then we have compassion. So this is something you're going to feel a lot more compassion for yourself. Like I said, taking care of yourself a lot better. And compassion, especially when it comes to being yourself and sharing who you truly are, instead of feeling like you have to hide any part of yourself anymore. Like you're going to feel like you're ready, to be more open. And this means like having your heart more open to try new experiences or try different things in a new way. Like certain activities that you used to do, that you used to love, you're coming back to it and finding yourself loving it in a brand new way now that you're older, now that you know more. So you have a lot of compassion that's building up. And this could also mean that other people are going to be showing you a lot of compassion. Maybe you also are going to get some sort of recognition as well for all of your hard work that you've been doing. And then we also have finding. So I feel like the earth signs are really going to just be finding that sense of peace within yourself and comfort within yourself to just be yourself and finally spread your wings and not really care. And for some of you, that's really huge, not really caring what other people think about you. You're finding what you love, you're finding more things that you connect with, as far as your goals and as far as things that you really want to do. So by the end of this year, you're going to be extremely happy at, all that you're finding and all that comes to find you. There are certain surprises within what you're going to find by the end of this year as well. And then we also have well-being. So earth signs, you're ultimately going to be a lot more focused on your well being, a lot more focused on your mental health, your spiritual health, and emotional health, even your physical health. You're going to be focused on everything as a whole. Um, and a lot more open, like I said, to how you're showing up within your community. Okay, Spirit, from this card deck, what are the messages that you have for the earth signs and encouraging message that you have for them? One more, please. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we have Buffalo Spirit. The abundant universe will provide. So I think this goes for the message of those of you that are hit with unexpected news or things that happen this from now until the end of the year. This is your message that the universe is going to provide for you. You don't need to be worried or stressed about how certain things are going to come. Like, know that you're going to find those experiences and those things that are going to help you along the way. And then we have trust in the great mystery, well spirit underneath that. So you just have to trust that you're going to know what to do next as you're moving forward, as you're opening up to these experiences. And then we have vulture spirit, nothing is wasted. So I do feel like I should read out of the book for this one. And I feel like with this, I'm getting by the end of this year, you're going to realize that nothing is wasted. Like whatever you've gone through, all was for a specific reason. You're gonna figure out like some of the things that you've worried or stressed about. Some of you are gonna like figure out like you didn't need to worry or stress as much as you did, and you're going to find your calm again. And you're going to find like that lesson that you need from whatever situation that you've been going through all year, or maybe even for previous years. You're going to get your answers and clarity that comes through. But let me still read the book for this one. So for nothing is wasted, vulture spirit. The oracle message is what seems hideous has its own beauty. The recycling and repurposing of the vulture does is as important as it is an other activity in nature that supports the cycle of life. Vulture spirit message is that nothing is to be wasted, for nature sees value in everything that exists. What seems rotten and ugly has the potential to be transmuted into something beneficial, and you are reminded that any suffering you have experienced has not gone to waste. So, this is what I'm talking about. Certain experiences that you've had, you might feel like you were just suffering, and you might feel like some of the things you've gone through was a waste of your time and energy, but you're going to see like down the line why you need to go through what you did. But we have wisdom and understanding that arose from the experience are talisman that'll serve you on your journey wherever you go. What is decaying is only changing form and will fertilize seeds you wish to plant, during turning that which has passed away into the substance that will support new growth. All that you might wish to deny or discard has value and can be repurposed, regenerated into the new you that you are becoming and the new life that you are dreaming into being. No pain was in vain, no experience was wasted, for you have the power to use it to co create something far better. This is the miracle in your partnership with Spirit. So, that is something that some of you needed to hear, and that's why I was led to read from the book. Okay, so now we have Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. So this might be the same message as we got with the compassion card, but I feel like the earth signs are just going to be a lot more softer and a lot more open, especially if you found yourself, throughout the years becoming a lot more tough or hard because of certain experiences that you've gone through. Like, you're finally going to find yourself more softened and open for new experiences, and to be able to try again with certain things that really didn't work out for you before, and it wasn't meant for you. And I think that's what you're going to find, that it's still meant for you to have. And you'll be feeling the gentle touch of how kind the world can be, how kind people can be, and, all the blessings that the universe and spirit has to offer for you, besides what you've gone through. Okay, so Spirit, what are some of the physical things that the earth signs can expect this year, between now and the end of this year? Okay, I have turquoise in reverse. Anything else? Hysteria. One more, please. And ivory. So at the bottom of the deck, we have Jet. This card is about conclusion, death, and ending. So in Tarot, this will represent the death card. But this is about, like I said, you're opening yourself up to new beginnings and rebirth in general. And so you have to look back and see your growth and how far you've come. And just, you have to make that decision to release what no longer serves you. And I feel like the earth signs are really going to be doing that, and stepping out on faith and really taking your leap of faith, that you've been already knowing at the end of the day that you've been needing to do for yourself. For years, you've already been thinking about taking this leap of faith for some of you. So you're finally going to allow yourself to do that. And then we have turquoise, direction, point, and purpose, but it was in reverse. So I feel like this has to do with the direction maybe that you've been refusing to take, because you tried to find every other way to make something possible. Um, and then that was the path of least resistance. That was the path that, you know, your spirit team guides, your ancestors, your the universe has been trying to get you to take that easier way, but you just wanted to go your own way. But I think that now, earth signs, you're finding that it's better to take this direction and this path that you didn't necessarily want to take right away. And I think you're finally noticing that, and then you're finally reaching your purpose, that you've been wanting to connect to, that you've been wanting to understand about yourself. Like you're finally getting to that. And I'll turn this card around so you guys can kind of see more. And then we have Wisteria. So underneath that, the words are expansion, immortality, and infinity. So for some of you, like I said, children are coming up for that lifelong bond. Like that's something that you'll always have, that infinity. Whether you choose to step up to the plate or not, like you're always going to be that parent to that child. Also, we have expansion. So I do feel like this happens to do with the family expansion, finances expanding, business expanding, you're becoming larger than life, coming to a space in your life that you have not been before. And so you're really opening yourself up to more. By the end of this year, you're going to see a lot of your growth, a lot of your expansion, and you're going to feel ready for whatever's next for you. And you're really opening up your heart to receive more, going into the next year. And then we also have the card Ivory. So this is about charm, finesse, and poise. So I think this is about the way that you're showing up to the world. For some of you, it's like you're letting your guard down, because for some, you've tried to come off too perfect, or um coming off in a way where you tried to be perfect in front of others, like you didn't want to really show some things that you were going through, or you didn't want to show certain parts of yourself, thinking that you have to show up in a perfect way. But now I think you're going to be letting your guard down and being more, at flow and at peace with understanding that you don't have to be perfect in the way that you show up. You just show up as you are. And then for some of you, I think this is just about receiving more like attention and recognition in general. And it puts you in that position like to really be seen more and known more. But in this year, you're accepting that, you can't run from it. Can you please clarify, Ivory? Can't run from the spotlight. And I did mention that before, that some of you are recognizing that you can't run from certain truth or certain things about yourself. So if you're meant to be in a spotlight, if you're meant to share your voice, you will. By the end of this year, you're going to get more comfortable with that. One more for Ivory. And then we have the card Iris and Brown. So Iris is about your journey, path, and travel. So you will be getting out of your comfort zone, like I said, doing things that you're not necessarily used to, showing things on your journey, about your journey, about yourself that you're not really used to sharing with others. And then we also have Brown. So this is about earth, foundation, and seeds. So, yes, this is about you planting seeds, deciding to start a new venture, start a new project, get something off the ground that you've already started, that you've put a lot of effort into. This is about you seeing growth from the seeds that you've planted. So like I said, for some of you, it's going to involve recognition, you know, for all your hard work that you've been putting in. And at the bottom of the deck, we have magenta, different, diverse, and unusual. So something different is definitely going to take place for earth signs by the end of this year, from now until the end of this year. And one more card that the earth signs can think about, Spirit, just to reminisce on this year in general, something that you got to think about and just be grateful about. So we have abundance is your right. And for some of you, you have to start celebrating because you have a lot of abundance that is on its way to you at this time. And, you know, you're finally in the right space, the right time and alignment to receive it, especially since you got your mentality together. So you should be proud of yourselves, earth signs, and really find time to celebrate, you know, all that is happening, all that is unfolding, and all that is taking place. You know, there was a point for it all. Okay, now I'm going to do the fire signs next. Yeah, I want to do this in the same video, so you guys gotta give me a little bit of time to get it together. Okay, so now I'm starting with the fire signs. So this is messages for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus about what to expect from now until the end of this year. And Spirit, what are the messages that you have for the fire signs? One more, please. Okay. At the bottom of the deck for the fire signs, we have Ace of Pentacles. So this is very exciting for the fire signs to get this because it means that something is finally coming in or finally coming into fruition that you've been working hard for. As well as this can go for money, unexpected money coming your way, or just you being more in alignment with abundance in general and being able to receive it a lot more easily into your life for it to flow effortlessly. And then we have death and rebirth. So this happens to do with you deciding to celebrate changes and embrace change and whatever comes next in your life. For a long time, some of the fire signs have been going through this space where you've been going through this process of letting things go, whether that's shedding, actual people, letting go of actual people, or shedding certain parts of yourself, but you finally come to a space like that you're ready to take on what's next and you're absolutely sure that you want to leave certain things behind you. And like I said, you're ready to receive what's more. So your first card, that is the energy I was reading into, but your first card you have is the 10 of Pentacles for fire signs. So by the time the end of the year takes place, you're definitely gonna get wealth for some of you because this is the wealth card. This is the card representing your finances increasing and you have successfully reached a certain point that you've been working hard for. So this is just confirmation of what I said, but you're really going to be a lot more focused into what you're building next, into whatever you're doing next, certain projects. For some of you, like you may have the tendency to get distracted or to start more than one thing at one time. So now you're going to like buckle down and really get focused on a certain thing that you've been meaning to finish, and you'll finally reach that point of success, that personal success that you've been. And then for some of you, this has to do with you like going through something for years, trying to get something accomplished, or even trying to get yourself back up after being down for so long. And so you're finally finding yourself in a much more secure space within your life and you're ready, to open up to more connections and like I said, ready to build on what's next for you. And then we have the Two of Swords in reverse. So with this card, I am getting that some of you have finally made some sort of decision, like maybe you've been ignoring your intuition. So, by the time the end of this year comes, you'll have your mind made up about something and possibly something that you have been trying to put off or ignore. Like it's become louder to the point where you're going to finally listen to your intuition, to what your soul has been telling you, what it wants, what it needs. Even if it means like putting yourself out there, getting more into the spotlight, being seen more. Um, you're making your choice, you're making your move. Can you please clarify the Two of Swords in reverse? Why the Two of Swords in reverse? Okay, I need one card at a time. Yeah, I keep getting like you're trying to switch things up, or you're finally getting to switch things up. Like you're going to switch things up in some sort of way. Maybe there's going to be some sort of plot twist that takes place, before this year ends. Something very unexpected is going to come up. But I feel like it's going to be positive. Yeah, you also have the Ace of Wands, and out of all the readings that I've done so far, like you're the only ones that have been getting these aces to come out. So there's something very huge, that's coming up for you, fire signs. And I don't think it only has to do with you. I think it has to do with other connections and other people, close in your life as well. And then we have the Star card behind that. So I really think this is about getting to what more is next for you and finally stepping into a space of healing. And then we have death and rebirth here. So I do feel like this is you, like I said, pushing yourself in some type of way to finally make some sort of decision that you've been, maybe some of you have been feeling like you're in between two different spaces in your life, two different places in your life, in a certain area of your life. And now you finally made a choice, like to expand or to open up, or, to do something different. And then we have the Chariot. So this card is about your mindset, and it's about you having your mind fully made up, like I said, like I talked about. And you're having more balance when it comes to your feminine and masculine energy, and being able to keep that balance, so you're able to stay focused on whatever you want to do next, whether it's a project, some sort of project that you want to get done, or, a goal that you might have about, um, being more open socially, or, expanding your finances. Like you're really getting centered and focused on what it is that you need to do for yourself. Um, and it's possibly under the Sagittarius season that you're really going to get this accomplishment that you've been trying to reach. And then we also have Two of Wands and the High Priestess. So with the Two of Wands and the High Priestess, I am getting that with the Two of Wands, this has to do with you getting out of your comfort zone. And it has to do with you like deciding to get up and do something different. For some of you, this has to do with you deciding to travel or go someplace that you've been wanting to go. For some of you, this has to do with a move. So by the end of the year, you're going to be at least thinking about whether or not you want to move, or making that, decision about moving. And you're just following your intuition with this High Priestess. So when it comes to going a specific place, fire signs, you're really going to find yourself like just flowing with your intuition, especially Sagittarius, since this is your season. You're going to be finding yourself easily being able to just decide what it is that you want to do next, or where you want to go next with something, even if it has to do with like a project or something like that. Can you please clarify the Two of Wands and the High Priestess? Why did those come out together? Yeah, We got the Queen of Swords in reverse. Wow. All those cards wanted to pop out. Okay. The bottom of the deck, we have King of Cups. So I think this is you really being emotionally pleased with yourself or with something in some sort of way, like finding your calm to get out of your comfort zone and to be able to finally move forward. We also have the Six of Wands underneath that. So I think this happens to do, if it's not actual travel, it has to do with you putting yourself out there in a different type of way to be seen, to be heard, to be known, to be more in the spotlight. And we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. So this is definitely about you getting out of your head and deciding to follow your intuition on something and finally get into, your truth, get into your expression, the way that you want to come off, the way that you want to show up, because you've been holding something back. You've been holding something back that you want to say or that you want to express or do. And so you're going to get to do that. For some of you, might be you expressing by the end of this year that you want to travel or you want to do something out of your comfort zone. You might be talking to your family, to your friends, to your loved ones, that you want to do something different, that you want to move, that you want to, do something new, be open to something new. And then the Nine of Cups came out. So this is about wish fulfillment. So obviously, this is about you following your intuition, and then you're going to find that, okay, once you walk through one open door, there's a bunch of opportunities, blessings, rewards, open doors as well, for you to just bask in it all, celebrate, really accomplish. Like I said in the beginning, you're going to reach a lot of money for some of you. So it's like you finally having achievement of something that you've been working hard for. And then the Emperor popped out of the deck as well to clarify the two of wands as well as the High Priestess. So this definitely has to do with some of you stepping more up into the spotlight, more up into a leadership role and position, and you're extremely ready for it. You're ready for it now than you've ever been. You've been sitting there long enough, waiting, thinking about it. So you're finally deciding to jump into it. And then we have the Five of Cups. So I think this is what you're moving on from, just sitting and waiting. And, for some of you, you've been watching life pass you by. Like for years, you've been feeling like the years have gone by too fast. And, within a blink of an eye, you don't feel like you got enough accomplished. And so I think you're finally deciding to get up and do something different, to change, being in that position, feeling like you've been left behind or feeling like others are always ahead of you in some sort of way, like you're doing something about it. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. So with the Eight of Pentacles, I am getting that this has to do with, like I said, some of the pentacles and money that you guys been waiting on certain results. This has to do with some of the projects that you've been getting into or you're about to get into that you're going to profit and make a lot of money off of, as well as just gain a lot of support and recognition for. And this goes into what I was saying, that some of you are just really going to get focused on a certain project, especially if you started something and you haven't necessarily finished it. Like this is you getting extremely focused on it and then gaining results from that. Can you please clarify the Eight of Pentacles? Okay, we got Ten of Swords and the Queen of Cups came out together. And then we got the Four of Wands. So this is definitely a celebratory card. For some of you, this could be like you wanting to put together an event for people to go to and celebrate. And this could include like the holidays as well, like you wanting to put something together, and you find that's going to be a success for you, like you're successfully going to be able to bring people together, you know, that are harmonious, that are on the same vibrations, and they're just willing to have more fun, and you know, surround yourself more around like-minded people. For others of you, this is like celebration because a certain project or a certain job or something like you're getting good news about, and so you're celebrating, you know, with you and your family. And we have the Sun card. So it definitely is something exciting that you've been working towards. And this could also go for those of you that have been in school for something, trying to learn something, even if you haven't gone to school and you've just been studying up on something alone. Like I think with the Four of Sun, Four of Wands, you're going to be sharing this with other people. And then everyone's going to just celebrate together. And then we have the Queen of Wands energy. So I think that just has to do with you being extremely excited about what you're accomplishing. You know, by the end of this year, you're going to, this is you in the chair sitting back and looking at how much you really have come across and how much you really have accomplished, you know, not just this year, but for a lot of years you've been building up to this. And then we have the Ten of Swords and the Queen of Cups. So this is representing you being so comfortable to just move forward and so comfortable to cut cords. You know, with some of you, this has to do with you being comfortable, not working so hard. You're in a position that you can relax more, that you can just focus on your goals, other goals or task. And with this card, it looks like she's like has her hands free. She's freed her hands of something, doing something. So I think this has to do with you just being more at calm and ease about what you need to do for your well-being, for your mental health, and emotional health. And then you recognizing, for some of you with the Ten of Swords, that you don't have to put up with certain things anymore, that you used to. So now, Spirit, this card deck, what are the messages that you have for the fire signs? Oops. About what they can expect from now until the end of the year, 2021. See, I told you guys it's something exciting happening for the fire signs. You guys got the happiness card. So it's going to be a lot of excitement over something. And I think partially it has to do with the holidays, but I don't think it's only about the holidays. I think it's about more than that. Anything else, Spirit? One more, please. Wow, all these cards came out. I need one more card. And this is the first pile where all the cards keep flying out like they are. Very excited energy. Some of you could just be excited because it's Sagittarius season too. But we also have happiness. So for fire signs, you're just stepping into a more happier space within your life. Like for some of you, you feel like most of your life has been pretty much dark and you've been trying to survive. You've been in survival mode. And so now you're finding that you can open up more to living life a different way and focusing more on your happiness, focusing on more of what brings you joy um, in every area of your life. And like I said, I think this has to do with certain things coming up and certain experiences you're going to have that you're just going to be extremely happy, like internally, about how things are going. And I don't think it only has to do with the holidays. I think it has to do with you just feeling like things are turning around for you finally. And then we have truth. So there is going to be some sort of self-reflective moment that you have, between now and the end of the year. And this might be where that happiness comes from. Like you finally realizing a truth about yourself or a truth about, answers or clarity from the past. And you're finally getting your closure or, sense of comfort within yourself that you've been needing. For some of you, this is about you finally being able to speak your truth and, be proud of that, be proud to express yourself, be proud to, be more in the spotlight and show off more. For some of you, this is about a certain truth coming into you, by the end of this year, some type of message, some type of conversation. And you're really going to be glad that you heard this, no matter, what it's about. You're going to be extremely happy that you allowed yourself to, um, receive it. Because you know that you're going to be confident and it's going to be what you need to really be able to move forward for yourself, because maybe you've been feeling stuck. And then for some of you, this truth has to do with, something that you've been longing for or something that you've been really trying to swallow, a truth of the past. And so you finally find yourself, like I said, with that closure. But can you please clarify truth? Because that's pretty deep of a card. I really want to get we got grieving. So some of you with the grieving, you have been trying to understand something about your past, and maybe you've played it over and over and over to yourself, and now you're finally able to take in that truth so you can be able to move forward. Like you're no longer willing just to sit in that grief or willing just to sit in that space. And this could be about whatever that you feel that you lost out on or that you didn't turn out fairly for you. Like you're ready to get up. Can you please clarify truth? And ready to face the truth that you have to move on, that you have to move forward as well. But can you please clarify the truth? Yep, we have forgiveness. First card, grieving. So you had your head hanging down about something. Then we also have forgiveness. So I think this is about you getting closure, being able to move forward. Even if it's about a truth that someone told you that you just been in a rut about for a long time. For some of you, it's been years. Like you're gonna find yourself in a space that you finally want to forgive and move on. Can you please clarify truth with one more card? Yeah, I really want to play some music. See, we have clarity. So, you definitely are going to receive answers from something about the past, and you're finally going to step more into your transformation and be open for it, be open for the change. And for some of you, this has to do with your career or you moving up to follow your path, follow your life purpose, because you've finally decided, to accept truth. I was gonna say I really do want to play music, but I don't even know the guidelines or rules about that on YouTube because I honestly just started going live on here, so I'll have to see. But yeah, I wouldn't mind playing music at some point because I don't even like doing readings this quiet all the time. Not really used to it. Oh, you have one more card from that last deck, so let me show it to you. Okay, we also have the fertility for something else that is coming up for some of you. So literally some of you fire signs are going to be welcoming babies into your life in some type of way. This could be you being pregnant or hearing about someone being pregnant, especially like someone that you're close with or that you love, maybe a best friend or your sister or aunt or, someone within your family. Someone within your close circle may get pregnant and you might hear about it. And that might be what all the happiness is about as well. That could be the surprising news. Sorry if I am ruining that for you. But then for others of you, this happens to do with, like I said, all the hard work that you've been putting in. You're finally going to see certain things come into fruition and being birthed into your life, literally. And Spirit, what are the messages that you have for the fire signs from this deck? That is just word of encouragement for them for between now and the end of this year. Oh, need one card at a time. Y'all got all the cards. Keep flying out. Yeah, I feel like it's taking long to come out because Spirit is like, be patient. Let y'all message, like, slow down, be patient. Don't expect everything to be fast, to come fast. Goodness. There you go. See? Koala Spirit. I'm going to read y'all what that says. And then we have co-create with Spirit, Crow Spirit. So let's see what's at the bottom. Clear out the clutter, Frog Spirit. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like that's what fire signs are going through. Like, a lot of things are clearing up and being detoxed, let go of. And, it takes time to work through that type of process of letting go and even embracing things new, embracing what's going to replace whatever you clear out. Like, everything takes time. And then we have Hawk Spirit, let Spirit be your guide. And I think it's like Spirit is really saying, like, you need to connect with the universe. And we also have Koala Spirit. Spirit has a plan. So this is where I was getting, I feel like all of this is talking about patience because you're expecting a certain plan or certain thing to go your way. And maybe you've been doing that for years and you found yourself in a rut each time because you've been needing to be patient and just, kind of wait some things out and understand things can't always go the way that you expect or want or plan. So it does say Spirit has a plan for this card. And I feel like this has to do with you, like I said, understanding that even though things doesn't go your way, that it doesn't mean that something better isn't going to turn out, because Spirit always has something bigger for you than you even imagined for yourself. And sometimes you can only get that by slowing down. And then we also have Crow Spirit, co-create with Spirit. So this is what I'm talking about. Like, you have to communicate your needs or your wants or your desires to the universe, and wait for the universe to work with you, because some of you, you tell the universe what you want. You're so quick to jump out there, on the fast track, trying to do everything the fast way, and the fast way isn't always the best way. And I feel like it's about you slowing down and learning to, communicate even with your ancestors or your guides in a certain way, so that you're able to come up with something much more beautiful and not rushed. I'm also getting that I should read the book for the Koala Spirit. So, a second. Okay. So the oracle message is: in nature, the koala moves slowly through the branches of the eucalyptus tree, leisurely chewing on the leaves and reminding us that life is not a race or a competition. This is what I was talking about. Chasing around after every distraction can keep us from recognizing that we have all we need and that Spirit will always be there with gifts to sustain us. You are being asked to trust that by moving slowly, this is exactly what I said, with faith in the abundance that is everywhere, surrendering to a power greater than yourself. You will be able to experience the manifestation of your desire. For some of you, I'm getting this could be your first time believing in something bigger than yourself. And yes, this is your message, this is your call to follow that path, to follow your intuition into believing something more, because some of you're so used to feeling like you have to do everything alone, and you should know that there's support for you, whether that's physical or spiritual. And we have the rest of the paragraph says: as you take your time enjoying the riches available to you right now, sitting peacefully, You will begin to radiate the joy and abundance you seek. Spirit is here to help you discover happiness, pleasure, and contentment, all the gifts that are yours now and the future. Have faith and trust in Spirit's plan for you, and know that you are loved and cherished. So for some of you, you really needed to listen to that message. Okay, Spirit, from this card deck, what are the messages that you have for the fire signs? And this is also for the people that are going to listen to the playback video as well. But from this deck, what are the messages for the fire signs about what they can physically expect to happen or come in this year? Wow. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we have Crimson, and it says Karma and Penance. So this also is including the Wheel of Fortune card right there. You guys probably can't see it clearly, but yeah, this is about you being able to get that closure, to finally be able to move forward, to finally forgive or be forgiven, and feel like you can finally move on to what's next. And this has to do with a lot of change that is, coming up for you going into the next year that you're preparing yourself for. Or some of you are literally going to see some changes that take place within your life, and you're finally going to get to relax with this card. It represents relaxation, sleep, and surrender. So you finally get to surrender, the old things that you really been trying to let go of, even aspects about yourself or about other people. Now, I got excited because you guys got the gold card that really came out for you. And I was saying in the beginning of your reading that you're going to receive some sort of finances. This could be unexpected, or, just something that you've really been working hard for. Like you're going to see your prosperity, wealth, and riches come through to you. And this could be the start of some of you making more money than you've ever made in your entire life. So it really is something to be happy about. And then we also have Plum. So for the fire signs, I'm also getting that this is about you finally making that decision that we talked about in the beginning. Yeah, you finally make a decision and keep your mind made up on something about going on a certain path, because for some of you, you go towards that path and then you change your mind. But I think you're absolutely going to have your mind made up, and then you're going to find more options, as you stick more with something as well. And you're going to find that you recognize more options by the time this year ends. And then we have Lime. So this card is about collaboration, corporation, and groups. So I do feel like this is for some of you being more willing to work with a team. Maybe you're so used to working or doing things for yourself, like you're more open, to working with others, to collaborating with others in some sort of way. For some of you, this has to do with your business, and you decided to open things up even further and expand even further when it comes to connecting with others in a different way that is going to ultimately bring more attention to your business and attention to you overall, and you're going to be in a receiving energy in general. Okay, one last card from this deck, Spirit, about the fire signs, about something that they can just think about this whole entire year, something that they can just reminisce and think on. Yep, we have possessed self-confidence. So this could be something that a lot of fire signs was working on, your confidence, building your confidence, for new things that are coming up. And so this is what you should be thinking about, all the confidence that you gained. And for some of you, this is about, the confidence that you gave other people, the help that you gave others as well. And then we have abundance is your right at the bottom of the deck as well. So this is just even further explaining that you have abundance on its way to you. So thanks for listening. I'm going to do one last live video for the air signs next. And I already did the water signs in their own live. So you can go back and watch that live on my channel. And please subscribe. Please like if you like this video. And please share.